Hello, and welcome back. I'm Lisa,
And I'm Erin.
and this is the Getaways Podcast. All right, we're going to shake things up again today because there are so many places where you can find a list of things to do in Amsterdam, right?
Everywhere.
So I think one of our problems the first time we were here is that we didn't know what we wanted to do, right? And it's hard if you have a couple days, you have to really kind of hone in on what's important to you, what you want to see, what you want to do. And you don't want to be fooled by things that are just touristy and weird.
Yeah. And now we've lived here we're going on our third year here. So we've done a lot, and we've done a lot of also weirder stuff that aren't even on people's radars. So I think we should just kind of go down a list, say yes or no, and a quick what we think.
Okay. And this is, though, let's stick with things that everybody knows, and then we'll do another podcast later on, like,
The weird
secrets.
side.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the crazy part of Amsterdam and the Netherlands.
Okay. So just yes, no, or maybe, and why?
Yeah.
All right. Canal tour.
Yes.
Yes.
I love them so much. I would recommend getting a smaller boat and maybe something that includes a little snack and a drink.
I'll list our favorite on the website because the first one we did was fantastic.
Yeah, but they'll often give you like a little cheese tasting and, a glass of something and a couple other local snacks that you can have. But there are the big, huge ones that are less expensive. But I think the smaller ones are sort of, you get to ask questions and it's a little less canned.
And we even found a company that you can get a private one for really not much more than the smaller tours.
And that you can bring your own food.
Bring your own food, bring your own drink.
Bring your own dog. Rex did it with us.
That's why we did it. All right. Church in the Attic.
Yes.
It's called Ons Lief Her op Sofer.
That is exactly how you say it.
It was very cool.
So one thing that you'll notice fairly quickly after spending some time in Amsterdam is that there was a lot of hiding. And it's sort of all across the board. Back into from the Reformation to World War II to, even the gardens and the canal houses. Like, you have no idea that they have these beautiful gardens behind them, but everything's sort of a little bit out of view, right? And so the church in the attic is literally what it sounds like. It is a building that looks just like a canal house, but you walk in and there's all these secret passageways that take you to a church so that Christians could celebrate their religion and worship, but nobody would find them.
And we take everybody there that comes, and like even my nephew loved it because it's just cool because it's like a secret.
Yeah. But yeah, no question.
And it's not on the top of everybody's list, so there's usually not a line.
Yeah.
Moco Museum.
Yes.
No.
I would say that it's a modern art. It's also something you can do very quickly. You can do it in an hour. It's right in the center of the museum area, and I enjoy it.
And Dylan loved it. The only reason I think I say no is because most of the stuff I'd seen outside of that museum. So yeah, it wasn't my favorite.
Okay. The Amsterdam Lookout and Big Swing.
No for me personally, but yes for people.
Absolutely yes for me. It is exactly what it sounds like. It is a high-rise building, and there's a big, huge swing at the top.
It's in North Amsterdam.
I was going to go with Dylan and my nephew, and we were in line. We waited. We were next, and the people in front of us got stuck, so we didn't actually get to do it, but I would do it in a heartbeat. It looks really, really cool.
Great photo opportunities, too.
Yeah, totally. And great view up there.
Yeah. And Frank House?
Yes, I think everybody has to do it.
I agree. I mean, Dylan was probably, 14 when we went, and it really, it meant something to him.
So we listened to Anne Frank's memoir when we were driving to Amsterdam, and I think that was kind of a nice thing to be refreshed because it had been quite some time since you or I had read it.
Yeah.
But I just remember it being way more emotional than I was expecting. Like, it's really emotional. I don't know how else to describe it.
It's something everybody should just experience, I think. Yeah.
Heineken experience. I did not do it, so it's up to you.
For me, it's a yes. But I love a brewery. I love a vineyard. I like beer. So I would say if you're not a beer drinker, it's really, you don't need to do it.
But like, I love the Guinness factory.
It's very similar to the Guinness factory.
Okay.
And at the end you get beer in the little bar. You're not looking overall at Dublin, you're in a basement, but it's cool. If you're here for less than a week, I wouldn't put my time there. Okay, Van Gogh Museum.
Yeah.
I say yes. Yes. If you're here, you should definitely.
It's a really big, nice collection that's really nicely done. I think it's totally worth it. But again, something that you 100% need to book in advance.
And it's quick. We were in there less than an hour. It was so fast.
Yeah.
All right, you?
Rijksmuseum.
No, I don't like old paintings. I'm not a historical painting person.
I would say yes. We did a scavenger hunt inside. So if you have kids, that's a fun way to do it. I do like Dutch art. I like the Rembrandts, and I think that the darkness in a lot of them is really sort of interesting. There's a lot of everything there. There's like China and just it's kind of overwhelming. So I would maybe look at the layout and figure out what you want to see and get in and get out.
I did enjoy seeing all the Rembrandt, but I think that's, he's one of the masters you learn about when you're young. And so that was cool, I guess. But I personally wouldn't go again. All right, here's a big one. I know what your answer is going to be. Rent bikes.
Nope.
I would say for all of you that aren't from here, do not rent bikes in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's too crowded. There's people that are, really on their way. They're commuting. They do this every day. They're quick. They expect you to know to be in the right place and do the right thing. And if you don't, you got a problem.
We ride our bikes every day here, and Amsterdam would still freak me out a little bit. But saying that, you also need to make sure you're watching which way you're, like when you're walking, because they don't stop for pedestrians. Bikers have the right of way every time. And so you need to watch. I've seen so many like tourists get slammed in by bikes, and it's not, and then you're the one that gets in trouble. The pedestrian gets in trouble. So just keep that in mind.
Well, not to mention you're the one that's going to get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Outside of Amsterdam, go crazy. But Amsterdam, I would never ride a bike.
No.
Dungeon.
The Amsterdam dungeon. I know we talked about this on the Scotland episode. I love the dungeons. I say yes. Have I been twice to the Amsterdam one?
Yeah.
I've been twice. I'll go again. I love them so much. I love them. It is 100% a tourist thing. It's got historical stuff, but not really. But I go every place they have one.
It's theater.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very melodramatic theater. So if you like that sort of thing, go nuts.
All right, Vondelpark.
Love it.
It's like the Central Park of Amsterdam. It's beautiful. It's right on the outside of the rings. It's huge. There's restaurants in it. I still wouldn't ride my bike in there.
Oh, never. No, I was walking Rex there one morning when I think it was for my birthday, when we were staying right around the corner, and I could not walk across the street in the park because there were so many bikes. Like I literally stood there and then I just gave up and went a whole different way. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Red light district.
I say yes.
I say yes too, but I think there's a lot of people that think creepy things about the red light district and have a totally misconception of the one street that is the red light district.
It's I went my first time in 1999, so it was a lot different than it is now.
Was it candles then?
No, it wasn't candles, but they've moved a lot of the people out of the red light district into a place where tourists don't know where they are. It was a little less gentrified, I guess, in the 90s.
Well, I think that, one of the things that struck me when you're walking down, there's like one street, both sides, that is the red light district, basically. And on one side, there's a kindergarten. And I remember thinking, oh, wow, there's a kindergarten right here. And then I was like, well, of course there's a kindergarten right here, because then the women can drop their kids off and work and be able to visit them and have them close. And it's a different mentality, I think, towards people who work in the sex industry. Like they are protected here, and they are, they're not treated like lesser than any other job or any other career. That's why there's been limits recently on tourists coming into the area, especially from the UK and Americas, because people come in, get super high and super drunk and super disrespectful, and that has to be contained a bit, because that's not the culture here.
Which is why I would say I probably wouldn't take my kid around there at nighttime, because of the people that come into Amsterdam with not the best intentions.
There have to be signs now near in that area that say don't pee off the bridges because people are just gross and they come, it's almost like a Vegas vibe where they think that, nobody's ever going to know the grossness that they do while they're here, but people live here. All right. So should we talk about day trips from Amsterdam?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. I'm going to go with Haarlem.
Yes.
Yes.
Cute little town, half an hour outside of Amsterdam. Totally worth seeing,
Yep.
but you can do it in half a day.
Best Christmas market in the Netherlands at Haarlem, I think. Utrecht.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not actually sure how far it is from Amsterdam.
45 minutes.
Okay. And people call it a little Amsterdam. It's a decent sized city. It's got everything. It's really cute. It's really walkable, easy to get along. There's also a castle about half an hour outside of the city center called Haar, which is a fun little visit too.
Yep. Den Haag.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cute. It's got a beach. It's got the world courts. Cute downtown area. Yeah. Great parks.
And the beach has like a really nice boardwalk that's got games and a Ferris wheel and cute restaurants. Definitely worth it.
Yep.
Rotterdam.
I would say yes. I wouldn't say yes to Rotterdam because it is like the most beautiful city you've ever seen. It was destroyed during the war, and so it was rebuilt just weird. Like, I think they did it on purpose. They wanted to like do cutting edge architecture. There's cube houses, there's weird shapes, but there's just something cool and real about Rotterdam, I feel like.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely worth seeing. I mean, the old port's really nice. The Markt Hall and we have the biggest open air market in Europe.
Great museums here.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth it. I mean, I wouldn't spend a week here, but day trip.
Don't tell our family that because we always ask them to come. Delft.
Yes,
100% yes.
Delft is where the blue and white ceramic style came from, and yeah, it's a very quaint, very charming little town. Certainly worth a stop and lunch and a walk around.
Gouda.
Yeah.
Or Gouda.
Yeah. No, I mean, let's put it this way. I'm not going to say no to any of these cities because they're all just really cute and charming. It's just figuring out, like doing your research and figuring out which one has what you want to see. If you're coming in cheese time, you're going to want to look at it's
Alkmaar.
Yeah, which is on Friday mornings. But each one has like a different day. So you just kind of have to plan accordingly. But all of these towns are within an hour from Amsterdam and adorable.
Yeah. And Leiden is the other place.
Yeah.
Which is it's a cute college town. It's got some really cool places there. So yes, you can't go wrong with any of them.
Yeah.
All right, so because I love most food, I'm going to just say food and you're going to say yes or no, and then I'll say yes or no, and we'll see.
Okay. But wait, we have to preface this by saying I do not eat fried food.
And I was watching this comedian that I like named Roger Back or something, and he was asking somebody in the audience, or she was Dutch and American, and she used to live in America, but she lives here now. And he goes, "Why'd you move out of America?" She goes, "Because I didn't like all the fried food." And he goes, "And you moved to the Netherlands because the Netherlands loves their fried food. Loves it. All right. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Bitterballen.
Yes, once a decade.
You have to have bitterballen when you come. It's delicious. Fried, it's just basically fried gravy. Pannenkoeken.
Yeah, I don't need to.
It's like a crepe. Fritterals.
Yes.
Tiny little pancakes, has powdered sugar on them.
They make them on the street, so they're warm, delightful.
Stroopwafels.
Every once in a
while. Basically little waffles with a syrup in the middle of them. Delicious.
Like caramel almost in the middle.
Dutch apple pie.
Anytime, any place.
I could take or leave it. All right. We've never done this, but Fibo.
I do it once.
So Fibo's like basically a wall of like little glass lockers that has fried food in them, and it's like a vending machine of fried food. But there's a kitchen behind it, and they're pumping out the fried food. It's very Dutch. Tampooch.
Yes.
Tampooch is almost like a Napoleon.
Napoleon, yeah.
And it usually has pink frosting on top. And it's impossible to eat, but it's so good.
Yeah, you'll definitely drip on yourself and probably your neighbors, but it's so worth it.
Okay, herring from the cart.
Sure.
No, it's raw herring, right? Pickled herring.
Yeah, and so the tradition of eating it is that you pick it up by the tail, tip your head back, and put head first into your mouth. I don't want it every day, but I've definitely had it, and I would have it again. Not tomorrow, but I would have it again.
All right, last but not least, fries with mayo or satay.
Nope.
Yep. They serve the fries in giant cones with just like a huge slop of mayonnaise on top of it. It's so good.
Well, there's usually a choice of like 5 or 6 different kinds of sauces that you
They
can
have like
get.
sweet chili sauce, satay sauce, which is just like peanut butter. It's so good. All right. So who's Amsterdam best for? Who's the ideal person to come to Amsterdam?
I mean, I think anyone. I'm not sure, like, little kids, there's all that much. There is the Science Museum too,
Oh,
which
the
is
Nemo
great
Science
for
Museum.
kids.
Yeah.
Um, but I think 10 and up.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's great. Let's just run over the seasonal holidays real quick.
We're about to have the big one.
King's Day, yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Just be prepared. It is crowded and stay in the city because you're not getting out.
And do not come without wearing orange.
Oh yeah, it's like St. Patrick's Day in America. You got to wear green, so orange it is. The Christmas markets.
Absolutely. The little towns are super cozy, super cute, worth it.
Harlem, their entire town is a Christmas market.
Yes.
It's so great. The Christmas markets in the Netherlands usually just happen over a weekend versus in Italy, Germany, and Austria, they're for a month. So you have to really plan the dates, but they're worth it. The Amsterdam Light Festival.
Which I did, which falls over the holidays. And so I would say yes, but we were expecting it to be Christmassy, and it is not Christmassy. It's just art installations. So if you're prepared for that and you like that sort of thing, totally worth it. We did a canal tour to see them. If you want Christmas lights, that's not your place.
New Year's Eve.
No.
Yeah, I've done it. It's a lot.
So too many fireworks, too much noise, too cold.
It's a lot. Tulip season.
Oh, I would have it all day, every day if I could.
And then there's one other thing which we haven't done, but I think it's going to be a yes for us. Museum night.
Yes, I've been wanting to go.
So it's the first Saturday in November, and 50 plus museums are open late. They have live music, they have food trucks, they have special events. It's just to try to like get people out to the museums, and they're open to like midnight or something. So,
and the one thing that I'll add is that in general, in Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and the Netherlands in general, music festivals are a big thing. Like every weekend, you could find 5 in every city. So again, if you're into that kind of thing, it's not my bag, but if you're into that kind of thing, there is more than enough to keep you busy.
So I think at the end of the day, the Netherlands is a great place to be. Amsterdam is a fantastic place to be. It should be on your list with Rome and Paris. It's just as great.
Yep. Yeah. You just got to plan accordingly. Well, thanks for listening.
Check out our website, www.thegetawayswithaz.com.
And we will see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.